This is Justin Amazon on May the 4th be with you 2018 Friday, and pre-market looked like it was pulling back a little bit, looking to open up kind of near some of the lows that we had on the 5-minute, and it could be on its way back down into some of the support down here that it put in yesterday. The strip bottom could be retesting this level. It'd be great to stay in this range or above this range of this bullish rally here out of that indecision candle, because it didn't even retest very far into that. So if it retests a little bit more into that today, that's great actually. If it comes back in like yesterday's pre-market low into maybe 1559, that'd be a great place to come on down in here. Make the bears think that, oh, we're gonna sell this thing down and make some profit and then maybe just rip higher or something. Or if it does actually come all the way back down here, that'd be a great bearish move into some lows down here. So let's take a look at the how the day opens. So you got some buying coming right in, a tiny little bit of selling. Actually did take out the lows here, so it actually opened about the same place as this closing candle, so it didn't really gap much like it did yesterday. You got a similar buying candle to yesterday, a little bit higher wick yesterday than today's, but still, it's a good opening candle. Engulfs the previous one, which we didn't do yesterday, and at a good location. This is the last time we put in some support down in this area. It's bouncing right around that same level. So we'll see, if this is just a fake out and we could take this bearish below this candle to stop up above it, or if it actually is going to rally or just go sideways a little bit longer and then break out. And the one other thing I'll mention is that we have very similar volume to yesterday as well on the opening 5-minute. Okay, now it's actually broken out, going up. If you had a setup, playing this like a reversal here, the bullish engulfing, then you're in bullish above the high of the candle and a stop below. That could be working right now, be up a little bit. Gonna have a little bit of pre-market resistances up here, definitely some resistance up in this level, a little bit above where we're at here, definitely 1575, just a nice round number, and then 1578 a little bit further ahead. So that'll be the next target here. And okay, move it up a little bit higher, higher highs, higher lows in the 5-minute. A little bit of a pullback here, but a great lower wick, saying, okay, there's still a lot of buying pressure, even though it came this far back down, and came back down similar price to the pre-market, whereas a buying candle, or a candle with buying because of the lower wick. And right now we've got a little bit of a squeeze starting to form. So at this point, you could have been waiting for a retest either on this wick down or this wick down. If you missed the initial setup, going bullish here, so maybe someone's in here with a stop down here, and they're going to trail up their stop relatively quickly if this does continue moving higher. And okay, inside candle, that's a good pause. All right, this is starting to look like it's reversing. Even though that was a nice buying candle, now we've got a little more squeeze continuing to form. We could totally take out this low and just roll down, and this starts to look a little bit similar to yesterday, where we rallied up into the same level here, the same range, and then started to sell off a little bit. Now these candles are much smaller than we saw yesterday for like a sell-off, and we still have quite a bit of support through here, and like we were saying at the open, support through this area, just this rally that we support here. So those could be the next targets, but this is still hanging out above the low of the day. So I wouldn't necessarily go bearish here, maybe to the low of the day, but that's not even a 1-to-1. I would rather, if it goes bearish, break through it, retest, hold that as resistance, and then take that roll over. But that's just me. So somebody could have been stopped out here if they had moved a stop up this far, and then right after some people sold, it rallies and almost engulfs all these bearish candles. Be interested to see if it does do that in the next one, in the next candle, if it gets a little higher. Get a little bit of bullish momentum the squeeze is not fired yet. And oh, nice indecision candle right up here. This is similar to maybe this indecision candle here, but this one came right after a bearish candle, and this one is actually making a new high in the day. So just interesting to see. You know, this is same resistance area through here. This isn't necessarily something I would tighten my stop up this tight. If I want to lock in some gains, you know, maybe move part of a stop up here and keep the other stop down here, something like that, just to be able to lock it in a little bit. Nice indecision again. Somewhat of an inside, I think. Low similar here. Yeah, 7 cents off in the low. And more indecision. So 15 minutes of a pause right here. I mean, this would be a great place to say, okay, go bullish. If it breaks out bullish, go bearish if it breaks down. And then, you know, set up your target accordingly. I think the target is still, for this moving bullish, this is just a little bit of a flag here, a little bit of a pause. We did have the squeeze trigger on these candles, so it's interesting that, you know, with that massive candle and then a bit of a pause, I mean, it could pause another candle maybe and then break out or break down. So we'll see what happens. And okay, it's breaking out. So continue higher. Yep, continues higher right up into our 1578 price. 1578.39. I think 1578.25 is our actual line up here. So now we're you know, totally above yesterday's levels. We're actually around the same area here that we saw, you know, it's played out as resistance and support before. So this would be a great place to either lock in all your gain from an opening move here, or lock in part of your gain and trail up a stop to at least right here, 1570, maybe 1571 or a little closer. But you know, this has such a great momentum, and we see we're breaking out a little bit, almost to, you know, the levels up here from 2 days ago. And okay, sideways again. This could still come back a little bit more into the level 1578 and then rally. But this pause looks really similar to this pause here. Just the small candles. You know, the volume dropped off a little bit in here. Volume's dropping off a little bit in here. And then it starts to break out, or maybe that's a breakout, fake out, and barely made a higher high, and then comes back right into 1578. 1578.44 this time. So still want to stay bullish up here. We're just retesting from above the 1578 line, and okay, we're pressed below it a little bit. From a bearish perspective, this could look like a double top here, and then a neckline up here. This is the most we've seen some selling come in, you know, 15 minutes of selling since we saw this yesterday at the end of the day. We're not even at the end of the day. We're just losing that bullish momentum from the squeeze. But that squeeze totally worked. You know, you had opportunity to get in here if you had missed it, or you know, not necessarily missed it, but we're waiting for a pullback or waiting for a pause to get in. So it would have been really hard to be buying on this candle unless you really had the setup. You wanted to get into the range of, you know, the pre-market, or buy off this pre-market low, you know, down in here and the stop down here. That would have been a phenomenal trade. Probably would have been up like 4 or 5, even 6R on that move. So, all right, so here we go. If this is something bearish, then here's our retest. But this is starting to look like it's just, you know, not necessarily holding the 1578 exactly, but it's got a little bit of range here that I can play in. And all right, now it starts to move up and just kind of chops, just sideways. Not so much conviction. Okay, now we're making a new high in the day. Whenever it does that, it's like, okay, how much did it rest? Could it really just keep rallying, or is it going to pause, pull back some more? We're going to put in some more of a multi-top, something similar to this, where we were kind of topping out, but consolidating as we did it. We've got the squeeze formed and starting to fire bullish again, which is actually kind of cool. And yeah, so it just keeps going up. A little bit of a pullback, that's all right. We'll see if it comes back down to this level for a little bit of a longer term retest and sideways. Okay, we did come back down. So this is a good place to sign up a stop if your stop's down here, or just to be cautiously bullish at this level, because again, this is the short-term retest. This is a longer-term retest, and it can still just really rally out of here bullish, and starts to kind of chop right in the line, and then moves up a little bit more. And all right, made a new high of the day. So this definitely held. This actually held better than this one. Short-term, longer-term retest, and that would have been a great place to trade through late lunch hour and a rally with expiration Friday, seeing how this moves. So we just kept making some, just grinding higher, just gently grinding higher, making some higher highs on the day. And we're getting into the last hour of the day, and you got some selling coming in. So we're coming right back down to this level. These small candles not moving too much. If you're in options, you want to get out, after a bit of a move like this, because it eats up so much time. And on Friday, time is critical because you are losing so much value based on the time for the options as they expire at the end of the day. The ones that are out of the money. Ones that are in the money, they're still losing premium, but there's ways to trade those as well. So it looks like we don't quite get down to the 1578 price. We kind of bounce here in there, a little bit above. It's all right. I really want to see this rally bullish into the close, but I don't know that's going to do that. And just kind of chops, and just ended up chopping into the close. The last 40 minutes of the day just didn't really have any conviction, like the rally here, the rally here, the rally here. So, but on the day, we made a higher low and a higher high from the previous day, which was also a bullish candle. So, there's some potential that it could keep moving. This could have been the S curve. So if you look back here, we've got the gap up, a retest. This is great for just a pause through here. So we got today's candle hidden. So there we go. So just to see this, we got some lower highs, got some lower lows. I mean, this really could just chop around through here, but it's looking like folks want it to go bullish and just keep on rallying right here. So we'll have to keep watching to see how that happens, how that plays out. If we come back in here and look at, okay, what would the ideal place to buy? If you're bullish, get it set up for this candle. So you're in either here or something, with the stop down here, and then quickly move the stop here. That's just playing off of the open. So if we take a look at the calls, let's say we bought on this pullback here, and I won't know the exact option price, but that's at 850. And then on the call, 1575 at 850, probably would have been buying around 350, somewhere in here. The stop, it would have been a little bit wide. Stop, trigger at 350, stop down at like 2. Or, it's options. So the option actually took out the low on the day. So could have gotten in way down here. But would have wanted to wait for a signal that there's some more pausing or something. But this just rallied hard. Now this range here, had we bought on this candle at 925, that would have been buying 925 on this candle. Let's say you bought at the close. The close on that is 480, and the lows here are 4. So 480 by 4, that's under $100. That would have been a great trade. Take that from, let's just use round numbers. What did I say on this candle? Let's say we bought it at 5 and a stop at 4, just for rough numbers, and then it rallied all the way up here. You got an out up in here. Let's say you got out at the $8 price. So 5 up to 8, that's $300. That's $3 on just a move like this. And then the rest of the day, there was what we wanted to see was some rallies. The lows that are in here, 555, and the lows here, 563. These are really similar prices to have a low, and that was, you know, old resistance here and new support in the options, and getting in something like this, getting in maybe 6 by 5, and then that would have been a great move again up into here. Gotten a couple R on that, just letting it chop and grind higher. So, you know, I was buying in here and just holding on to that rally. Now, for some of these indecisive candles here, especially when we made a high in the day and then just broke that down, that's a place you could have played a put, you know, with an evening star reversal here, triggered on this candle. So that's at 155, and we'll look at the put. So I'm looking at the 1575 put expiring today, and let's say time was 155. So this candle, let's say you bought, oh wow, there's not much value in that. Let's go with one that's actually like right where we're trading. So the 1585 put. There we go. That's what I was looking for. So you have a bit of a baseline here. You're getting in on the 155 candle. Let's say you got in. Let's say you got in for 350, and then you know, you got to stop down at 2. So that's a little bit wide. The only thing you can do differently is go maybe another strike away, or another $5 strike away to see if the prices are good enough for you to take a trade. So this one, yeah, so this, the low is 60 cents. I can't, let's see, okay, let's say we bought for the high, or close to high of $1.25 and the stop. That could have totally worked. Stop down at 25, and actually rallied up on this candle into the $2 range, 241 on that candle, and actually a little bit higher, 253 on this candle. That would have been a nice little gain here to allow that to move, the put to move up as this is just breaking down, and you would have been looking for a stop down in this, or I'm sorry, a target down in this area, and then just grinded the rest of the day. So when we have days like this or weeks like this where there's just sideways, I'm going to try to wait, trade the bigger time frames so you're not looking and studying it, oh, how's this going to move, and predict it, and then you're wrong and you lose money. But, wait to see, there's momentum building in here. You've got this, if we just look at this range, it feels like there's definitely some lower lows and definitely some lower highs. If you include all the pre-market, it just paints a clearer picture. This kind of looks like a left shoulder, or maybe this is a left shoulder, a head, and then a right shoulder for an inverted head and shoulders. And so with the pause here, it'd be great to hold the 1578 price and then rally up through that like we had done back here. You had this quick double or head and shoulders pattern and consolidate. Similar here, just not as much of the volume or spikes in the price movement. But I could totally see a rally from this level back up into the 617 price, where we had the previous pre-market high, or continue rallying and push through this. Either one of those is possible, but we just wanted to build up some momentum through here, and it's just harder to take directional option trades when it's like that. So stay tuned to see what we're going to track next and how things are moving. And this is just an AMZN. Thanks.